back. I want to keep this intro short because I don't want to spoil too much, but you can see the building behind me along with the planters right to my side here. This is all new, and in today's video, you're going to see me build all of it, and I don't want to spoil it all right now, so I'm just going to leave you guys with this little teaser here. But if I turn to my side, you can see that, yes, it is right in front of our main village. And guys, this project is absolutely insane. You're not going to want to miss what's behind the camera here. Make sure you watch all the way through. Code Kaz in the item shop. Drop a like if you're excited for more Lego Fortnite videos, as we are ramping back up the content. Last little announcement, we will not have a video for the 4th of July. I hope you guys all have a great holiday, but we'll be back with daily uploads on the 5th. Subscribe and notifications so you never miss a future video though. And I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of this one. Welcome back. We're starting this video in the middle of nowhere because I am on Star Wars Island at the moment, and the reason I'm here is just for a bunch of wood. But I've got to be honest with you guys, it's been a few days since I made an actual video. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, it was a stream highlight, and before that, I haven't uploaded for a few days. So seriously, welcome back, and I'm sorry I took a little break, but just because I took a little break doesn't mean I stopped grinding. So let's get home so I can show you everything we did off camera, because there is definitely some stuff I need to update you guys on. So first off, like you guys just saw, I was out on Star Wars Island for a resource run, and we're gonna start our update in the village outside of our actual base, and we're gonna make our way over to this island where, as you can see, I have just scattered a ton of grand chests. The reason for all these chests being here is that we are preparing for a ginormous renovation to this village. I have a ton of different build ideas planned for this and the surrounding area. So what I did is I just dropped a bunch of chests, and as you can see, all I have in here are building resources like wood and granite, and I'm just continuing to go out on runs and stockpiling and stowing away as much as we possibly can. So now we're on to our second wood chest. We have one full one, and then we also have wood and other materials inside of the village, so we are just stacking up. Along with that though, if we make our way inside of the village, we have a lot more upgrades to get through, because I did some cool stuff, and you guys probably saw it if you watched my live stream highlight video yesterday, but we'll go through it very, very quickly as, of course, it starts to rain. But yeah, let's walk through this quickly. So the first thing I added was just a tiny launch pad here that's angled at 45 degrees, so the same angle as our sign here. And the reason I did that is just so we can get around this village a little bit quicker. It is nice to have some quick transportation, and of course there is a launch pad tower here, so it gets us up here a lot quicker as well. This is the smallest update, but it's also one of the nicest ones. I think this launch pad island looks amazing, and yeah, I'll keep that for the foreseeable future. But going on to the other side, we can see that we have not only a compost bin, but we finally have an entire garden. And there's only 8 plots of soil to grow things on, but I think that's more than enough, as I'm not going to be gardening too much. This is more here for decoration, just to get some greenery and some life inside of this pretty bland village. I honestly can't wait until we can plant other forms of greenery other than, you know, just these potted plants, because I think the greenery adds a lot to this village. So I love the way this little shed looks here. And of course, since it's raining as well, our plants are getting watered, which is also nice. And coming over to the direct opposite side of our garden, we have our garden shed, which actually has our mill grain, which is brand new to the village. I haven't had one of these until I built the shack. Along with that though, I have some storage, so we can put all of our seeds and berries inside of here. And I honestly already need more storage because I'm completely filled up. My favorite part about this entire build that I just added is the walkway, since it's so narrow, and also you can come out the backside and go over to the fishing docks, so you can kind of see how everything is being interconnected. And yeah, I honestly love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments as well. Again, I'm sorry I missed so many days. We're gonna get to a lot of work in today's video, but I just wanted to say welcome back to the channel for real. It's the longest we've gone since expert mode has been out without a video, and I'm sorry about that, but honestly, it gave me a nice break to think about what I want to do in the future of this village. And yeah, like I said, I think I have some great ideas, starting with our cheese shrine here. So for those of you unfamiliar, we love cheese here on this channel, and we're trying to collect as much cheese as we can, all the way to the extent of filling up an entire grand chest worth of cheese. With that being said though, I was taking a nice long look at our cheese shrine, and I thought there was something off about it, and I think I know exactly the solution. So we're tearing down the wall mounts that were displaying the cheese, but we're putting them right back down, just in a different spot. Okay, so we got all 4 down, and I'm not sure if this will even work, but the idea is to essentially have the cheese look like it's sitting on this counter here. So we're gonna put a cheese inside of every single one of these, and don't worry, because I know it doesn't look great right now. As you can see, all 4 of these cheeses are pointing outwards, and they honestly just look glitched inside of the counter. But watch this. If I back out of my game real quick, and if we load back in, oh my, yeah, look at this. So basically, the thing with the wall mounts is when you put something inside of it, it'll always mount it sideways, but once you back out and rejoin, point, it'll put it upright. As you can see in the case of our cheese, it is now sitting perfectly against the countertop. And taking a step away and admiring this, I think it looks absolutely perfect. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, though. I'm gonna keep it as is for now. That is a nice upgrade to our cheese shrine. And the last thing is we still have no idea where we're actually putting our cheese chest. You just saw me break it from right there, and I kind of wanted to put it somewhere around here. I just still have no idea where that is. So maybe for the time being, I'll just drop it here. The goal continues to be 720 pieces of cheese, which is basically one full grand chest. So we got to get a move on that. But that's enough cheese talk for today. Let's go ahead and get on to some upgrades, because I basically talked to you guys about everything that's gone on since we've last picked up the videos. But there still is a lot to get to. But before we can get to any work, I do have to do some planning. So obviously, like I showed you guys earlier, all of my chests are over there. And if I ping it, it's 34 meters away. The reason that that's important and that I pointed out is because I believe the high complexity warning accounts for anywhere within 50 meters of where your buildings are. I'm not sure if that's true. It's just what I've heard. But basically, that would mean that this is too close to make a storage room on this island here, because 34 meters plus all of this stuff would be very, very complex. But what I'm thinking is if I come over here to the other side and ping where the water ends, it's 46 meters to that bush, but it's about 50 meters to the actual land. For that reason, I think that I can probably build something out in that direction, and it could be a pretty big building. And the hope is that a building over there would not mess up our memory too much. With all that being said, though, we're back over at our storage, so we can grab a bunch of granite and maybe a little bit of wood, although I think I'm mostly going to be using granite for this build. But let's take all of our supplies and let's go ahead and just quickly get over to the other side so we can actually start laying down some builds, because we're getting right into this, guys. The one unfortunate thing about this build is that I am going to have to tear down basically all of the wildlife and shrubs around this area. So all of our raspberry bushes, all of our bushes and trees, they're going to have to go bye-bye. And I actually don't even have an axe anymore, so I guess the sword will have to do. Okay, and that'll have to do for now. I mean, that will have to do for now. I'll keep our little saplings here just in case I don't like the build. We can actually regrow these trees, which is nice. I won't dig it up with a shovel just yet. Bro, what are you? Where did you even come from? Why are there two of you? Anyway, before we were rudely interrupted, I'm pretty sure I just found something insane. So let me test this again because I just did it for the first time right now. But I'm pretty sure... Yeah, wait, what? That's insane. I'm not sure if you guys can see exactly what's going on here, but this build is at the weirdest angle of all time, and the only reason it is because of this rock. So I was off camera a second ago, just kind of experimenting, and I put my crosshair up to a rock, and then I kind of just snapped it out, and as you can see, you get some very interesting angles by doing this. So I know you can do this with a thruster, or as I always do, you can turn a cube on its side and snap it off of there. You can also do it by just putting your crosshair onto like these types of builds. Even something like this puts it at a... Yeah, wait. What? Did any of you guys even know that was possible? Because I definitely did not. Either way, though, that's not exactly what we need, but it is nice to know. Maybe I'll end up using that in a future build, and now that's got me interested. Okay, so it doesn't work with these little tree seeds, but it also works with stuff like a raspberry bush. So, wow. Okay, the possibilities are really endless with this. As you can see, it's a very easy way to get your builds off the grid. Enough of that, though. I guess that's just a little pro tip that I didn't know before I started recording. Not super important, though. What is important is this build that we're about to tackle. I'm not going to finish it in this video, but we are going to build a storage room directly opposite of our base right there. And after evaluating a little bit further, I think I really like this color combination right here. So we got the brick wall along with the sandstone wall. I think both those walls look great, and they look great together as well. So that just means I need a lot of sandstone. So give me a second. But we've been cooking ourselves up some sandstone. So now we have everything that we're going to need for this build. And I have a pretty good idea of what I want to build right across the water over here. It's a big focus point of our village because, you know, you look directly out at it from our fishing spot. Basically, it has to look beautiful and it has to look very big and grand, and that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember the dojo from my original survival world. This building that I build right in front of us here is going to be basically exactly that. It's going to hold every single resource in the game in the form of grand chests. Along with that, it might have some other uses depending on how big I actually make the building, but I'm getting really excited to go do this. The trees already grew back, so we got to cut them down one more time and then we'll get into it. Okay, and after a little time lapse, you can see exactly what we got behind us, and I'll take you on a tour in a second. But as you can see, I'm standing on a wood beam, and the reason I have this here is just so I know exactly where the center of this building is. I'll delete it later, so don't worry about that. But stepping up to our little tiny boardwalk area, you can see that we have this nice concrete flooring, and we got this nice low gate here that keeps anyone from falling overboard. I don't have my building put down yet, so that's basically it. But if you come up this way, we have a different floor, and this floor just looks a little rough in my opinion, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this flooring, but we have it here for now. The most interesting part about it is it's not even in the floor section, it's in the roof section. I believe you get this if you have the paid pass, but in the roofs, there's these Mos Eisley wide roofs, and yeah, for some reason they're roofs, but I'm using them as floors either way. I think the building is going to start right here where I'm standing, so I'll just start building up from the floor. And this outside area that I'm standing on right now is probably just going to be a lot of lounge chairs, maybe some places to eat, maybe some pop-up shops and other fun stuff. But yeah, not too much going on out here at the moment. We're about to get started on the building, but the last thing I have to point out are the crops, which I just realized are growing in sideways. I kind of want them to face the other way. I'll break them in a second, but I kind of just want to show off what we did here. So obviously we built out some garden plots inside of our planters, and then if you come down this way, we just scattered a ton of potted plants. This is our nice nature area, just so we can be one with nature while we're out here, because there's not a whole lot of greenery in this build if I were to tear this all down. It's definitely a nice splash of color on this otherwise pretty bland build so far, and I think I want to use this brick wall as the foundation of the storage room. So yeah, there wouldn't be much color if I didn't just splash it with plants, and then I'm also going to do that with other accessories later. So yeah, I believe what we're going to do is we're just going to come down this way. We're going to go ahead and put our walls down, and they're going to be these brick walls accompanied by these nice brick corner pieces. I think it adds a lot to the brick wall. It's almost a completely different color, but it obviously still matches, and it adds some texture to the wall as well. So I really like the way that looks. I'm going to try my best to make a nice build here, and I'm not even sure exactly how it's going to look yet. So just give me a moment. We'll go back to a time lapse, and then hopefully at the end of this time lapse, we'll have some pretty significant progress done. And the last thing that I'll add is I've been doing a lot of experimenting with the sideways builds or 45-degree angle builds, whatever you want to call it. Basically any angled build that's not on the traditional world grid. So the end goal of this building is actually to have two different wings that are facing out this side, and then of course on the direct opposite side it'll be facing out this way. But now that I filled you guys in on exactly what the plan is, it's time for me to just get to work, get some buildings down, and see what we could do. If you're enjoying the video, be sure to drop a like, and yeah, let's get back into it. Okay, and we're gonna catch the sunrise while I do an official reveal of everything that we have behind us, and you've seen it in the time lapse. So without further ado, we're gonna turn around here and you guys are gonna see this building in all of its glory. Like I already kind of explained, we're doing two wings that are angled at a 45-degree angle. Both the wings are gonna be fully built out with custom rooms inside and more storage, but the bulk of the storage is gonna be in this main portion that I'm staring at right now directly ahead of us. And if we come back up this way, you'll see that the courtyard, while it looked empty before, definitely looks a lot more filled out, even though I didn't add a single thing. Just the building surrounding it makes a huge difference, and the colors look amazing on this in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below. We're not done with the tour yet. Obviously these staircases are just temporary. I was just using those to kind of get around, but if we walk through the main archways of the main building, you'll see that there's just nothing inside. It's completely hollow for the moment, but we're gonna get started on the floors in a second. We just have to get this roller out of here so he doesn't destroy everything. Okay, and with him out of the way, it's time to show you guys kind of what we're thinking for the inside. And I'm not going to finish the entire thing in this video, but I do want to get the base of it started. As you can see, we pulled out these dine-in floors from the Der Burger set, and the reason we did that is because I really like the fact that they're fully blacked out. I don't want this building to look too crazy on the inside. It's got to be straight to the point and very effective, and I think black flooring helps accomplish that. And there we have it. The beginning of our floor is done. Oh wait, I forgot to add that piece. Now the beginning of our floor is done, and obviously there's still a lot to do, but just like we had in our storage dojo in our original survival world, it's gonna be pretty easy to access. It's basically just gonna be one big staircase here in the middle. That'll lead you up to the main resources, but also I'll probably have some chests down here as well on the ground floor. And then like I mentioned, I'll have some sort of rooms along the wing. I might even make this my house, who knows? All I know for now is that it honestly does look pretty pretty gorgeous, especially how it sits on the water here. I'm a big fan of it. And like I said, let me know what you guys think down below. But guys, that's gonna about do it from this video. I hope you enjoyed it, even though it might have been a little bit shorter. I really just wanted to get all of the groundwork laid out for this build, and I'm excited to continue this on in the next episode. Like I said in the intro though, we're not gonna have a video on the 4th, which is tomorrow. Daily uploads will be back starting on the 5th, and then I'm gonna ramp up the second channel as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned to both channels. But yeah, I'm super happy with this. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have any suggestions as well. More than happy to listen to any suggestions if I hear anything good down in the comments. I probably won't be decorating this thing with any real accessories until way later on, just so I don't have to worry about memory. But keep in mind that this thing will look much better once all of the decorations are down. So yeah, be excited for this. It's gonna be absolutely amazing when it's all finished, and it's gonna be such a nice storage room to finally have. But I'm gonna quit rambling for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, drop a like, and I will catch y'all in the next one. It's been your boy Kaz. Peace.